Thank you. I think this is one of my favorite conferences, so thanks to the organizers for organizing this. My name is Bob Grossman. I'm a faculty member at the University of Chicago and the director of the Open Cloud Consortium. There's a term that's not all of you may be familiar with called data commons. Data commons co-locates data storage, compute, and commonly used tools so that you can analyze and manage, analyze, and share data at scale. And for the past year, we've been working on a project called the NCI Genomic Data Commons. It's just starting to go into beta testing and should launch in about 6 months. And in this project, we took several petabytes of data that has been produced by NCI supported researchers. This is genomics data and associated clinical data. And we brought it together to create a commons. And we're starting a harmonization process so that the data has a sort of a common framework to be analyzed, and we'll make this available to the research community. And one of the reasons I was very excited about coming here is we're trying to figure out the best way to interoperate it with other commons, with clouds, with databases, et cetera. If you have cancer now, you'll go to often to what's called a comprehensive cancer center. There are about 63 of these. And one way to think of this project in the future, you can think of this as generating a virtual comprehensive cancer center where where physicians and small research groups can sequence a tumor, upload that, compare it to all the other tumors that are in this commons, and find sort of the clinical data and the drugs and the associated information to do a precision medicine that's adapted for that tumor, for that patient at a particular time. And so that's the sort of long-term goal, and this is the first step we're taking. This is part of the discussion we heard in the morning was sort of this debate. One of my first projects was working on something with René de Bruin years ago where we first started having this debate. Do you use databases? Do you files? Do you do analytics here or there? I think at the sort of the scale here this is sort of DevOps meets analytics. And when DevOps meets analytics, this has been familiar to some of the large internet scale companies where they have to do analytics with DevOps. But this is sort of a visualization of megabytes, gigabytes, and almost a terabyte of data that we uploaded over several months, processed, did QC on, computed some derived data projects and brought in there. We did this sustained over 8 gigabits per second wide area, bringing it in and processing it. We have a common infrastructure that supports the commons. The data is sort of an S3 compatible object storage. We have a DevOps environment under there, either containers or virtual machines. We have long-running services that provide indexing, metadata, and transport, and some other core services. And then everything else is sort of done with a lightweight infrastructure. We have a way that people can come in via an API or through a portal to get data out or to put data in, and you sort of pay for compute. And the idea is to run several of these and to interoperate them. The way I think of the scale is what you might think of as not as a database, but a data pod. That is, a data center is sometimes broken up to pods, and I'm interested in software stacks that scale reliably to the scale of a pod, if you will, a data pod. And we've built several of these. We just announced one. It was just announced that we're going to build a data commons for NOAA. So if you're interested in this and you want to join and help us build this open source software stack for data commons that scale to cyberpods, please come and see me in my at my poster. So thank you very much. Again, this is really a great conference, and it's I think this year again is sort of a nice gathering. So thank you.